Oh, hello. Hi friends, I'm back. I'm back to re-record. This is going to be the look ahead at Q1 of 2026. Happy New Year, by the way. This is going to be for our Taurus placements. I recorded this reading on Monday, and also Gemini's. And my phone just didn't save them. It pretended to save them, and it didn't. Yeah, and then honestly, it just depressed me too much on Tuesday to do anything about it before work. And then yesterday was a very long, busy day at work. So, but I'm here, I'm back. We are moving ahead. We are going to take a look at the overall energy for the next 3 months. And then specifically for each month, I'm going to pull a tarot card and an oracle card for each of those. And for you guys, I am using the Flower Child Tarot. And then I'm using the same oracle decks for all of the readings because they're great. I'm using the Universe Has Your Back oracle deck. So the tarot card will represent the general energy to be expected each month and for the overall period. And the oracle card will give you how you should best approach the energy. So kind of like how your attitude or alignment should be in order to most smoothly navigate those energies and, you know, use it to the best of, like, for your best good. And then we'll take a look at where is the best aligned use of your focus and your energy during this time. So that you can make sure that you're pouring your energy into an area that will be the most fruitful for you. And then we'll take a look at potential wins that are coming your way, like things to look forward to, and then also potential challenges that could pop up. And then I'll do one card at the end from, this is the Green Witch's Oracle, and that will just be whatever spirit, I think I was saying, like, whatever last message Spirit wants to leave you with will come from this. These readings have been in the neighborhood of 35 to 45 minutes. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. You'll know already. You'll have a time. You'll see. I don't know why I keep feeling the need to say that. You'll have seen it already. Oh, also, hi. If you're new here, hi. I'm Jess. I am an autistic and ADHD neuro-spicy witchy lady. I do tarot card readings and I make products that are meant to help you with life, both spiritual items, candles mostly, but I also make some intention oils, and then I make a couple of like intentional body products as well. So yeah, hi, that's me. Welcome. Yeah, I think let's just get into it. All right. I do always, where did that go? I always do a cleansing and shuffling, like very, very thoroughly. It takes several minutes, which is why I don't record it for you guys. But then I'll do one or two right here and cut the deck. But just know I shuffle it a lot. I also have a microphone coming in a couple of days. So hopefully you'll be able to hear me more clearly. Alright, let's take a look at what's going to be the overall energy for the next 3 months for Taurus placements. Oh, I didn't say this. Yeah, this could pertain to you. 5 minutes in. This could pertain to you if your Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, or Venus is in Taurus, or if you have significant second house placements. Okay. Overall energy for our Taurus friends. Okay. I'm gonna pull all of these upside down and then we'll look at them all together. One card for January, please. And one card for February. One for March. trying to be mindful not to bang the crystals on the desks so loud. When I go to add the captions, I'm always like, oh crap. But then I get in here and I forget, so sorry. I can't really do much about the card shuffling and banging. It's just the physics of needing to shuffle the decks. Let's turn the volume down. Alright, gonna do the same thing for these. So one card for the overall energy for the next 3 months. Okay. And one for January, February, and one for March. Great. Alright, let's see what we got. Overall energy for the next 3 months for our Taurus friends. Aw, I love this for you. By the way, I don't remember anything from the reading from the other day. I'm kind of like a funnel. Like, when it's happening, I don't really retain much. Sometimes when I watch them back, like to edit them, I'll be like, oh, I remember that, or I don't. But in general, but I tried to remember what came up in the reading the other day, and it's just like the phone didn't save it. Spirit said I didn't get to keep any of that either. We're just starting over. But I do remember that it was really positive, so I'm not surprised to see this. This card, you got the 6 of Cups for your overall energy. This is a really sweet energy. So this 6 of Cups, sorry, I keep meaning to like leave them there longer. Sorry for the rushing in. Okay. The energy of the 6 of Cups is really sweet. It has to do with nurturing our inner child. You can see like they're just playing. Cups represents our emotional, like what's going on with our emotions. It also is the suit that represents our connection to other people, our connection to our intuition and to the divine. 6 of Cups specifically talks about being in this energy of nostalgia. So it can be a time when somebody or something significant comes back into your life, because it's that energy of recycling, but in a good way. And then it's also, there's a very reciprocal energy to the 6 of Cups. So this would indicate that this would be a time for you when you will feel, when like your inner child would feel really nourished. Yeah, and I love that for you. I mean, it makes sense because Taurus, earth energy, but it's a very grounding. They're giving me like a very grounding and peaceful and calm feeling. And I also see it's a time of introspection, so it feels like you're, perhaps, some of you at least, and these, sorry, I kind of bungled the intro a little today. These are general and collective readings, so not every part of the message will make sense for everybody. So if it makes sense for you, great. If it doesn't, leave it for somebody else, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not your reading if not every part of the reading makes sense for you. Okay, where were we going with that, Spirit? Why the need for the detour? La, 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 la. Thank you. Okay. I was like in transition already, so trying to pick the thread back up. They're just talking a lot about this being like, yeah, a very grounding time. And yeah, this could be a time where you are feeling really connected to people or spaces that have you feeling in this energy, where you're feeling seen, like teenage you is thriving, inner child and inner teenage you feels like really seen and supported and comforted and encouraged. And because you're feeling filled up in this way, it allows you to be more generous in how you are in flowing relation to other people. So it's kind of like you're going to be working through, thank you, that's what it was. You're going to be working through some lessons from those times in your life, especially with this. And it doesn't really kick off until the Lunar New Year in February, when we move into a year 1 or a year 10, with this energy of really moving forward. But today, just in the Gregorian calendar numerology, today is January 1st, 2026 when I'm recording this, so 111. So you have this new energy, but there's also, we're still in winter, and so there's this fresh approach to introspection. It's like you're going to be looking back at some things that came up during significant times in your life and having a new capacity. Ooh, this is good. Having like a new capacity and a new perspective to look at those things and to be able to truly offer yourself some healing for that. And that's just kind of like a cycle. It's like watering itself, you know, it's like you feel supported and encouraged, and so it's giving you, yeah, okay, I can totally relate to this. It's giving you like a more secure and peaceful place to be able to kind of poke and prod at the stuff that happened to you or situations you've been through, and being older and being wiser and doing this kind of introspective work does give you a bigger threshold to be able to look at that stuff more openly, more authentically, to add in, kind of like sprinkle in some other perspectives from a new vantage point, and that can be like deeply healing, and in turn, that itself is bringing you peace, and that nourishes your spirit. And so it's just this, it's not necessarily easy work, but it's going to be really, really worth it. So I love that. Okay. Wow, that was quite that was quite the first channel message on that. All right. What is the best way for you to approach these next 3 months? I recognize, I haven't seen this card yet. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. So this makes, I think that really goes well along with that, because sometimes when we're doing some healing work, it is going to bring up, it is going to be triggering, it is going to bring up a lot of your shit, and that can reignite in you some of these fears to be purged, and then you will now have the conscious opportunity to choose love instead. Okay, great. All right, let's see what's going to happen this month. What's going to happen, overall energy for January. Ooh, all right. We have 7 of Wands. So there's a couple of different ways to look at this card, and every reader has their own interpretation because of how, you know, Spirit channels the messages through us. For me, the most often association that feels right for this card is about overcoming obstacles. We do, the 7 of Wands, you do encounter some conflict. You know, it's kind of this like me against all these other sticks feeling, but the overall message, it's not one of like warning about conflict coming your way or that being dominant. It's much more about the energy of how we're overcoming that. We're overcoming obstacles that pop up. And that's a great energy to have, because guess what? Obstacles are never going to stop popping up while we are on this earthly plane. All right, hang on 1 second. Let me just, I am still fucking sick. It is so annoying. Tomorrow is 4 weeks. That's a month. I mean, we persevere anyway, but it is annoying. All right, what is the best way for you to approach the energy of January? And that is, ooh, sorry, I had to read it a couple of times to make it make sense so I can say it out loud properly. God, they're so aligned. Okay. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So, right, it's like as conflict comes up, as contrast comes up, as shit comes up, instead of choosing fear, you have the opportunity to choose love. Because these are just calls for help. That's all that is. And changing, like being able to have that perspective and being able to look at things from that view, that really is the energy of overcoming obstacles. You're overcoming how you process, how you used to handle things, your capacity for dealing with fuckery and not letting it disturb your own peace. All right, let's see. Next is, what's the overall energy for February? Four of Cups. I'm laughing just because the initial overall energy, like as we're diving more specifically into each month, I'm like, oh, yeah, that checks out. Okay. February is Four of Cups. Sorry. Stay there, Jess. You can do it. Okay. Four of Cups. What is the word I used earlier? Introspective. So Four of Cups is an introspective energy, and it's hang on, let me find the right word here. It's kind of a lesson in mindfulness right now for you about where you're putting your energy, where you're directing your thoughts, and where you're spending the time in your head, like what you're doing, what's running on your treadmill. I mean, you can kind of see it in this one. So I was trying to determine if it was worthwhile, like getting out another deck to show you, but I think I can show you. So in the traditional depiction, you can see this a little more clearly, but the figure is really focused. So in the other cards, this hand is further up here. It's kind of not, and the entire point is that it's not in her line of sight. Sorry, don't mind my nails. But the figure is focused on these three cups, and these are, at least one of them is usually knocked over. And it's just about like these cups are empty, and the person is focused on what they don't have. They're focused on what's lost or what's leaving or what they haven't gotten yet. And they don't see the hand that is here offering them a new cup, a new opportunity, new love, new connection, new spiritual connection. And it's a reminder for us to be mindful about what our perspective is, and to be grateful for what is in our life, to be grateful for what is leaving if it's no longer aligned for us, and also to consciously choose to shift your perspective to look for opportunities and things to be grateful for. It makes a huge difference. Okay, and then the best way for you to approach February. You can't make this shit up. I love it. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Be on the lookout for good shit, new opportunities, miracles coming your way. All right, what about March? Ooh, yay. All right, March, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, this is going to be, this is going to be a new connection coming your way. most likely a love connection, a romantic connection. Not for everybody. For some people, it is just going to be some kind of emotional connection. But for some of you, yeah, this is going to be a love offer. Somebody is going to, yeah, make an offer. So knights are cards of action. And the Knight of Cups is traveling on his horse with his, literally, his heart in front of him, the cup in front of him. And so he's following, or they, tarot is not gendered, they're just following their heart, and they're coming towards you with their heart. So that's pretty exciting. I'm trying to fish for some more details for you. We're like, no, just know, like, something lovely is coming in March, and you're gonna have space for it because you'll have done this work, and you'll have shifted your perspective in a way that is open and inviting to aligned, energetic everything, especially relationships, right? Like if you've been doing this healing work and now you're looking at things in terms of how they're going positively and attracting more aligned, energetic moments for yourself, and looking for the miracles and looking for the hope and healing this past, shit that you've been through, it makes total sense that a more aligned connection would head your way. All right, and the way to approach that, I am dead. I cannot. I wasn't gonna say anything because I wanted to see what happened. There's like 50 or 60 cards in this deck, in this Oracle deck. This card has come out in, this is the 5th. I mean, it also came out, it came out in, this card has come out in every single one, every single reading, I think. I don't know if it came out in Capricorn, but it has come out in Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. It absolutely came out in both the Taurus and Gemini readings that I did the other day, because this is why I'm freaking out, because I keep freaking out because this card keeps coming out, and there's nothing different about it. It's not like bent or whatever. It's just we're in a moment of needing to surrender. What's the card? Please, I want to know. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. My reaction's not going to make sense to y'all because you're not going to have seen the other. This is the 7th time now, 6th or 7th time this card has come out. Out of 6 or 7 readings. Out of a 50 or 60 card deck. So, yeah, more surrendering to the divine, to the process, to faith, to having like trust in things working out. And if you find yourself feeling resistant or feeling worried or feeling anxious, wondering what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, who it's going to be, what's next, that is an invitation, that's a moment, an invitation for you to surrender more, to find some way to, I don't know, take a few deep breaths or do something that shifts your energy in a way that allows you to release that worry, fear, anxiety, and to shift it into trust and hope and gratitude. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next is, what's the best use of your energy right now for these 3 months? Like, where should you focus your energy that would be the most helpful, the most beneficial, the most, I don't want to just say productive, but effective, because the best use of your energy is, I mean, quite possibly this internal healing thing, and that might not feel very productive to you, but in the long run is incredibly productive because it affects your baseline energetic point of attraction, which affects everything. All right. Spirit? Alright. Oh, wait, no, how many are in there? Okay. Ooh. They're good. I'm just feeling out whether they want me to pull more or not. All right, we'll just start here. Okay. All right, you got the Emperor, and the High Priestess. All right, the best use of your energy here is actually kind of, it's sort of twofold, but it's not because they're complementary. The Emperor is embraces just how the Empress in tarot represents all of the queens and all of the energies. It's a major arcana card that represents all of the feminine energy in the minors and the peps. The Emperor represents the masculine energy, the divine masculine energy. It's about the energy of all the different kings and in an evolved way. The Emperor is very disciplined and structured and organized, but like in service of that discipline. They're a leader. They are very what's the word? Ambitious. So thank you. I hadn't even thought of that yet. Thank you. The best use of your energy right now is really going to be about balancing both the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies within you. So some parts of you really benefit, especially if you're a masculine energy, from structure, discipline. The Emperor is very fiery. It's Aries energy, if you relate to that. Also, the Emperor is often associated with people in the legal field or in the military. And so there's something about embracing all of the parts that bring out the best of those qualities for you. Divine masculine energy is not overbearing. You know, it's none of the sort of overbearing toxic traits that we associate, you know, with like the patriarchy and, you know, toxic masculine energy. Divine masculine energy is balanced and nurturing and giving while also being protective and ambitious and insightful. Yeah. Strategic. The Emperor is very strategic. So what parts of your life right now could benefit from you giving that area a little attention? And also, because the overall message for you here is about balancing these energies, the High Priestess. Now, interestingly, these two are an energetic pair, even though the Emperor and the Empress are considered, you know, the pair, and the High Priestess is often paired or considered paired with the Magician. They really are very similar, and because they are, it's very yin-yang complementary energy, because the Magician, he's also, and when I'm not, again, not genders, just energy. The Magician also has this sort of woo-woo angle. The High Priestess, she is the most intuitive, divinely connected card. She's very spiritual. She is the keeper of secrets. She's very, very mystical. She's all about being in touch with your intuition and trusting that connection to the divine, to source, and trusting how that guides you and following that guidance and learning to listen to her. She's very, very, like, meaning the divine energy within you. It's subtle. The universe mostly whispers. I mean, it'll yell if you don't listen to the whispers, but it does start as whispers, and your intuition also really starts to whisper until you learn to listen to it. Once you learn to listen to her, to your own intuition, then it becomes a lot easier to discern. You recognize what that tone sounds like. You recognize maybe any physical sensations you have that go along with that, like the chill bumps, or whatever other synchronicities align for you. I'm going to say for the majority of you, the energy I'm getting is that you are too much in the masculine and need to balance a little more by investing some energy into the divine feminine energies within you. So being intuitive, listening to your intuition, being nurturing, being in touch with your emotions, being able to express those. Also, and this ties in to kind of the overall energy, this very introspective feeling about diving within yourself. Oh, thank you. That's what I was going to say. So what's interesting about this feeling like yin-yang energy to me is that the Emperor, so the Magician is, considered more mystical, divine, masculine energy. And the Emperor is considered more the domain over the material realm, the physical realm. Yeah, so there's some investment that is needed into this physical area of your life. It feels like there's something, I'm hearing the word rebuilding. There's some rebuilding going on here in this area, in the area of your life that the Emperor is the domain over. So it's like your physical health, work, I just keep hearing very strongly, like, they just keep being like somebody in the legal field. Pardon me. So it feels like there's investment in that, like you need to invest energy in those things, into your work, or perhaps if you're dealing with something legal, and into your physical body. But also you need to invest into your spiritual part of your life as well. And spend more time. Sorry, usually I try to like filter through like, hey, you might want to, but they're just kind of coming in harsh, clear, not harsh, thank you, coming in more directly about this. They're like, you need to spend some more time with spirit, whatever that looks like for you, so it could be meditating, whatever it is that gets you into that meditative field. Not everybody like sits and listens to meditation. Some people go running, some people garden, some people lift weights. That's very meditative, I promise you. But that's probably more in the Emperor energy. So maybe things like meditating, doing things that are really facilitating, facilitating you connecting with that more feminine energy. So sharing your feelings, being vulnerable, taking a chance on whatever it is your intuition is telling you will reinforce that connection as well. Okay, anything else? Should be focusing. I mean, that seems Seems pretty hefty with what you got going on already. Awesome. Okay, great. Yeah. 2 of Wands. Don't worry so much about taking action yet. It's not time to take action in any other area of your life yet, or on anything really. This really is, again, the introspection is what keeps coming in. This really is a time of getting ready. This 2 of Wands is an energy of getting ready. So you are preparing. Excuse me, but you're not actually taking action yet. So I feel like they're sending that as a way of being like, yeah, you do have a lot going on, and a lot of that stuff is going to be internal. So don't be so worried about making like outward progress yet. Besides, the new year, the energetic new year, isn't until the equinox in March. So, you know, spring, when spring springs is when we take action. Great, yeah. Things are moving forward for you, the Chariot. Things are moving forward for you, all is well. Like you're not stuck. You're not stagnant at all. If you feel like you are, I would encourage you to zoom out because there's a lot moving in your energy field right now. Okay, we're gonna move on. What are some potential good things coming in for you? What's something that's going to go well this next couple of months? That's too many cards. Just one. Something that's going to... Okay, thank you. Ooh, yay, perfect. Queen of Cups. So a couple of things. I feel a couple of things here. One, this is about you connecting to your more intuitive energy. The Queen of Cups is the sister card to the High Priestess. She's kind of like the little sister to the High Priestess. This is the other card, and those two and the Empress are the cards in the deck that represent being connected to the Divine Feminine, to our intuition. And so, yeah, things that are going to go well for you is you are going to be able to make that connection and lean into that and feel more both nurtured and nurturing, I'm hearing. So I love that. You'll feel more connected to your intuition, to other people. Also, the Queen is this next step up from the Knight. So this shows that this, for those of you where a romantic connection is coming in, this could show some growth in that area. So I love that. And then what are potential challenges for you to be on the lookout for? That's too many. Potential challenges. Thank you. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Actually, let me see. I want to look something up real quick. So, a Page of Pentacles, it's not pulling cards like with this context and it's like a positive card. Sometimes it just takes a moment to consider. I'm going to look up like some of the shadow aspects of this card just because I feel called to do so. And use the books, people. Use the books. That's what they're for. There's a lot of information, and no matter how much you know, there's a lot of information that can come through, and I find, and other people too, but I find specifically that instead of fumbling around for it, Spirit's like, just look at the book and I'll show you exactly the message I'm leading you towards. But the first thing that's coming through with this is just that Page of Pentacles, that they're slow moving. It's a very slow moving energy. Now it's very like steadying, but so I'm wondering if it's the slowness of that. Let's see. Ah, perfect. Thank you. Okay. By the way, this is the Big Book of Tarot Meanings by Sam Magdaleno. This is an awesome book. Highly recommend if you are interested in reading tarot at all for you to get this. It's really fantastic. Okay, so some of the shadow aspects of this card's energy are perfectionistic tendencies, workaholic tendencies, impatience, and boredom. Those are the ones that are really standing out to me. So those are potential challenges that you're going to have to navigate. Yeah, that makes total sense. Like, I feel like, I don't know how many, but there's like one very dominant energy that I'm feeling right now. It's like you're a go-getter kind of a person, right? Which makes sense with this Emperor kind of feel. And so the combination of things moving slowly and your innate perfectionistic tendencies can feel very suffocating. I feel a real impatience here. It's like a real impatience to like get this done already. And I'm laughing because that's not how internal work really works. It's cute though, because I get it. Like, are we there yet? No. Sadly, and also fortunately, no. There's no there. We're not going to get there. And once you get there, you check out and go back to the other side. So, yeah, just be mindful that those tendencies can pop up for you and that doesn't serve you. So if you find yourself being a workaholic, if you find yourself being very nitpicky to yourself or to others from this perfectionistic viewpoint, be mindful of that. Try to catch yourself so that you can shift your energy into something that's more positive. Yeah, back into this like nurturing, kind, flowing, gentle with yourself and others energy. Okay. So, yeah, I hadn't felt called to do this for the others, but we're going to look at this one. You have 8 of Swords at the bottom here in the shadow card. So 8 of Swords is a card that talks to us about how we keep ourselves imprisoned mentally. We just make things difficult for ourselves unnecessarily. And it reminds us that when we are stuck in a mental loop, that the best way out of that is to tap into your intuition, into this energy, and listen to that and to let that guide you out of those moments, because you won't be able to think your way out. So just be mindful that you're not getting too caught up in the hamster wheel, and when you are, trying to be conscious and mindful of what are those thoughts and how can you address them and kind of counteract them and offer yourself understanding and healing to get out of this energy. Yeah, exactly. To get out of this energy of 8 of Swords, look, trapped, blindfolded, feeling that way, into 10 of Pentacles energy, which is like beyond your wildest dreams, everything you ever wanted, and way more so in terms of like material things. And like stability and security and family and happiness. So this is like one of the happiest, most exciting cards to get. It's one of the most welcome cards to get. So yeah, you can shift yourself out of this energy into this energy, and you can do it really quickly. You have the 8 of Wands right here. You can do it just like that, by being more mindful and shifting into this more divine feminine energy. Yeah, that's gonna be, that's again, that's what they're saying is like the best use of your energy for these next 3 months. But it's also gonna take some conscious work on your part, but I cannot encourage you enough to approach this period and this work with an open attitude and to dive in, because it'll really fucking pay off for you. Like, it is really, 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 really gonna pay off for you. I heard get you a wait, what? How did I say that again? It's like get you like a spiritual buddy, like a tool that really helps people with ADHD is to do what they call body doubling or parallel play, where you have, it's like you have another person either there with you, or it can be on the phone, or however you guys decide to connect, where you're both doing your own things at the same time, and you can help each other, and it's kind of like, it's like a spiritual buddy system. So they're like, it could be really helpful for you to find somebody that you can discuss this process with really openly, and that can help you like reflect back to you what they're hearing from you and what they're seeing as far as like your growth, etc. Okay. Goodness, oh my god. You guys have the longest reading so far. I think I was like, I think the one I did the other day was like 45 minutes. Okay. And lastly, this deck is very satisfying to shuffle. Makes me happy. All right, what is one last card for our Taurus placements? What do they need to know for the next 3 months? Okay, we have salt. Salt, protection, banishing negativity. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or if you were also childish, or if Spirit is just being childish. But this card is on page 69, and they were like, I heard like, hey, 69. I mean, that could have just been for me, because I am like a teenage boy. Okay, that was funny though that they felt compelled to have me like share. All right, salt. Salt is essential to life. This mineral is so precious that it has been used as currency at times in history when its collection was labor-intensive and time-consuming. In magic, it is an all-purpose component used to create barriers to protect you, as a purifying ingredient in various blessing or holy waters, and as a cleansing implement that removes unwanted energy from magical tools or spaces. The Salt card reminds you that you have easy means to dispel negativity and protect yourself. You don't have to struggle. Salt is your partner in self-defense. Draw boundaries and keep yourself guarded against negativity. Remember to keep the energy surrounding you as clean as possible. And there's a reflection question in each of these. This one says, is there someone or something you need to set a boundary with for your own well-being? Fascinating. Boundaries are good things, people. Okay. All right. That If you would like a reading that is specifically and personally for you, you can book with me through my website and only through my website right now, which is sealedinthestars.com. I am, what's today? Today's the 1st. For 2 more days, I am running a holiday sale. If you use code Krampus at checkout, you get 50% off everything. Readings, products. You want a candle, you want to try some awesome bath soaks or my amazing salve, you can have it for 50% off for 2 more days. Okay. I think that's it, pals. Have a good one. I will catch you later. Bye.